It was a chance for veterans to speak and people to listen, a World War II history lesson that will never be forgotten. I'm here at the courthouse where a man is on trial today and accused of biting off a woman's lip after a dispute at Starbucks. Mayor Gillum says he's frustrated with Walton County's decision to keep a version of the Confederate flag flying outside of its courthouse. Because of this, he will not be attending this year's chamber conference. Deloitte employees are here at the Second Harvest warehouse where this work
and this
is different than their normal daily office tasks. Leon County school officials did not agree to an on-camera interview. However, they did say parents can always weigh in on this issue. After today, kids are set for the first day of school. They received a notebook, a folder, and a glue stick.
He jumped in and bit my lip and tore into my flesh and bit it off.
Shawnee Jones described the night her life changed. She told jurors that she had to have about 6 surgeries performed on her face.
He's holding my lip in his mouth. He hadn't spit it out or anything. And then he punches me repeatedly, and then he jumps back.
Michael Johnson is on trial for aggravated battery for biting off Jones's lip. Jones told the jury it all started on May 18, 2014, when she and Johnson were at the Starbucks on Tennessee Street, and the conversation shifted to him moving to Jacksonville and having other friends.
We just said we were friends, and we never talked about that.
She got in her car to leave. Johnson walked up to give her a hug, she thought, but bit her instead.
He spit it out like a, for lack of better words, like if a piece of snot or something. If you spit it out on the ground, it was very forceful. Spit it out into the bushes. And then I said, "What did you do?"
Johnson then drove her to the hospital where she spoke with police.
It was horrific. I mean, her entire lip was just gone. It was just gums and teeth. And, you know, in 6 years I'd been there, I mean, I'd seen people getting shot and stabbed. That was one of the only times that I ever was just taken back, like, oh.
Deloitte employees are here at the Second Harvest warehouse where this work
and this
is different than their normal daily office tasks.
From a work cubicle to a refrigerated room, both have 4 walls, but inside this chilled space, these professionals are serving others while celebrating the 12th annual Impact Day. On this day, employees volunteered at 5 different nonprofits in an effort to support local community needs.
Feels very good to be part of it, helping feed America, helping feed the children. I saw some of the numbers, those were pretty alarming. 22% of the children are not getting fed properly.
Second Harvest says 1 in 5 people in the Big Bend area are at risk for not knowing where their next meal is coming from.
What people don't realize too is that there are many working poor who depend on the food pantries to help supplement quality food that they may not be able to afford after they pay their rent and utilities and the kids' expenses and everything.
Right now, there are still 40,000 pounds of food that has not been processed yet. This clarifies why the presence of these volunteers are needed, because they need to inspect the food, check the expiration dates, and then sort them out by placing them in their labeled boxes.
We think they are going to make a big impact.
In Tallahassee, Krista Summerville, WCTV, Eyewitness News. Parents are here picking up their children for what would have been the last day of school for most, but for the Leon County School District, their last day will be on Monday. And while it's only a half a day, some parents say it's an inconvenience for them.
It's ridiculous to come back to school on a Monday for half a day when all I know that my child is doing all day or half a day while she's here is playing and eating lunch.
We are having to bring them back just to account for a day instead of actually it being a full day. So I think that's a little on the inconvenient side for other parents.
According to the Leon County school calendar, there were 3 days set aside for teachers to plan out their agenda. During these 3 days, students did not have to come in. Now, 3 half-days were added at the end of the year in order to account for the mandatory 180 days students are supposed to be in school.
Leon County school officials did not agree to an on-camera interview. However, they did say parents can always weigh in on this issue.
Leon County school officials say the calendar for the 2015 and the 2016 school year has already been set, but it is subject to change. There were several complaints from parents. However, some are embracing the fun their kids will have with their friends and teachers while wrapping up the school year.
My kids enjoy coming, so all the fun activities they have to do on those half days, they really don't mind that extra day.
In Tallahassee, Krista Summerville, WCTV, Eyewitness News.